Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that, sure.
I love a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1 3
That
2019.
makes sense.
Okay.
He's
That's
right.
gonna be in the opening video. Oh. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are.
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' hand he'll give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your 7 victim hoes free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole arm, there are no walls. I ain't kissing asses, the shit, and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars, the enemy, she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby, like babies. Why they need it back to drive? Horsepower, speed is punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning. Ain't me like Jesus functions. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan, water, P. I eat a peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I seen your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beaming bucket. My demon, she seen the
mine's
something. She
buffering.
breathe me, need me so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Every time I say, okay, mics are hot in 3, 2, and I put my finger on my thing like this, and I'm like, hey, and then you're like, okay, and then I'm like, wait for it, because I always want to go bam, 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 and that'd be the first audio, and then you say some dumb shit like, oh, mine's buffering.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot very fast, very quickly.
Hello, Creighton.
Hello, Charlie.
We didn't have a podcast yesterday.
Yes, we both were busy.
Well, no.
Well, I thought you were busy. I thought we were both on the same
So,
level.
Let me read everybody the text message that I got from you.
Yeah.
Ooh, money.
Oh, you got it?
That no,
Oh.
the different money. Creighton said,
Podcast, question mark.
podcast question mark. I said yes. It was 30 minutes later that I said yes. That was at 11:09 that he asked. And 11:39 I said yes because my phone was over there and I was over here at my desk.
Yeah.
Then he said, okay, like 2 minutes after I said yes, he said, okay, I'm playing Red Dead with our friend right now. Are you ready to do it? Or are you still doing tournament things? Because I was helping.
Nick.
I ended up not being able to help to the extent that I told you I was going to help anyway. But either way, I told you that tournament
I
was.
forgot.
Yeah, it was
so
one
I was
earlier
used to
in the
it
day.
being like the tournament like it was before.
Yeah, it was not the same
Yeah.
level of tournaments.
Because like before, you'd been going
Status.
up until like 11:30,
late,
or
yeah.
it was like right before we would go live.
Exactly.
And sometimes even bleed a little bit over that.
Yeah, and we'd be starting a little
Yeah.
late. Yo, it's raining like a bitch, and I love it.
But that's why I was like hesitant. And when I didn't hear from
Says-
you, I was like, when I didn't hear from you within like the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, well he's probably doing a tournament. I'll just go
Yeah.
play video games with my friend. And then by the time you texted back, I was like, like we're playing through the epilogue right now of Red Dead 2, and like we had really got into it. And I
By the
was
time I texted back, as in yes, when I said yes?
Yes.
Because you said you didn't get the other message.
so
Or did you?
let me tell my part of that. By the time you had said yes, I was like balls deep into Red Dead, and then I said,
Way to say that already.
I said, okay, do you? Let's see, what did I say? I said, okay, I'm playing Red Dead with Parker right now. Are you like ready to do it? And then you said tournament's over, you know, blah 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 blah. And I said, okay, do you want to? You said, we should just wait if you're gonna be here after 12:30.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, do you just want to not do one tonight, or we could?
See, and we realized when you got here that I didn't get that text.
Yeah.
Like, it never loaded on my phone.
Because I said, okay, do you just want to not do one tonight? We could do an extra one Friday. And then I never got a text back, so I assumed that you had fallen asleep
Yeah.
because I figured you were exhausted. So then I just was like, okay, I guess we're not doing one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll just stop.
Correctly.
Yeah, I was like,
'Cause
I'll just.
that's what I meant by the first text. Or I was like, if we're going to start after
Yeah.
12:30, I don't even want to start one tonight.
Well, yeah, that's what I figured. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that you wanted to wait to do one. And I was, like, tired because I'd been doing yard work all day anyway and just kind of had been chilling. Because we cooked out yesterday, too. That's when we actually did the crab legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you were invited to that. But then you're like, I got
Too many
tournament
people.
stuff to do.
And there's too many people. And tournament and too many people. I'm still worried about going
I
places.
mean, there wasn't
right
that
now.
many people. I mean, like,
Was it more than 6?
no. It really wasn't more than 6.
How many people was it?
So,
When I
for
asked you
the
the
for
day
the actual
before-
cookout, it was just me, Kristen, her daughter, Mike, and my mom.
I would have made 6.
For the actual cookout, or for like
I
the
would've
fire
been the sixth.
afterwards?
Stinky says, we're supposed to be together right now, FYI. Going places? You mean like we should be at a place right now? Okay, Sneaky. I know, dude. I know. I'm devastated too. Fuck the coronavirus.
You're supposed to be in Vegas right now, right?
Yes. We were supposed to leave for Vegas yesterday.
And then I would have been doing the podcast by myself.
No
I've
one
been,
would
like,
have been doing
all
the
up in
podcast.
here.
We'd be taking a hiatus from the podcast.
We
is what
would be?
happening. Yes.
Why can't I do it by myself? I want to do it. I'm old enough now to drive Charlie. I almost
Oh,
called you
that's-
daddy.
Last stream you said you were consistent. Literally 2 days ago. Imagine blowing off Sneaky. I know.
Wow.
I know.
Well, look, we're going to do an extra one Friday. So, like, you know.
Right.
We're going to be.
We don't
trying
know
to-
that.
No, we are.
No. We
Oh,
don't know
I
that.
am.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
for
no,
sure.
you can't say I am. Like
no, I mean,
am.
like, well, I'm for sure available to do it.
Okay.
That's what
okay.
I mean.
Yeah, we've only discussed this for 10
Well,
minutes.
why wouldn't you be able to do it?
Because I have to be somewhere very early Saturday.
Like where?
in Buford. I don't know if
What are you doing?
I am not talking about that on the
Oh.
podcast.
What
Talk to me
time?
after the podcast, like early, like 7 a.m. early.
We could still do one.
We could potentially do one, and we'll talk about it. If not, we'll just do it like Saturday night or Sunday.
Oh,
to
but I
make
gotta
up for
open
it.
Sunday.
Oh my God, we'll figure it out.
We might just do an extra one next week.
Okay.
We gotta even it out.
Yeah,
Somehow.
we'll figure it out
'Cause,
or,
like-
along the way. Yes, only create and stream. No, that's not what's gonna happen.
Why not?
Because
I
no,
can drive, Daddy.
No, it's not the way this is gonna work.
I have my
It's not-
license.
No, we're not doing this.
Oh. Well,
Aliens.
aliens.
Aliens are real, apparently.
Are they?
Like, I mean, it's less that they're real and more that the military is less scared about showing us stuff.
Are they? I mean,
Have you watched the things?
I saw like you showing me on Twitter, but other than that, no.
Okay, well, they, I only want to talk about it for a minute because they got declassified and we weren't live yesterday to talk about it.
I know.
But,
Whose fault's that?
so yours, that's your
I
fault.
mean, it's not strictly my
You
fault.
always,
I was talking about
you
the phone.
always just show up when it's time. You never text like, hey, like you have texted like, are we doing the podcast? But
That's
like
true.
at 4 p.m. when I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't we do? And last night you texted at after 11, where usually you'd be showing up, and I was like, what do you mean? Of course, well, it's Tuesday. What are you saying? Of course we're doing a podcast. That was. Don't act like this was my fault.
Clearly
if
not.
you had shown up
I
when it
wasn't
was
saying
started,
it was your. I wasn't saying it was your fault. First of all,
you
I was
literally
saying-
just said, whose fault is that?
Yeah,
In reference
and then
to
I was
myself.
gonna say like, I was gonna say that it was my phone's fault or
Right.
whatever, or your phone's fault for not getting the message.
Right. Don't sit here and say that like you
Look,
mean it.
look, I don't.
You
know.
don't
I
say
didn't
whose
mean
fault is that without meaning
I wasn't
you're
gonna blame
me.
you. Was my
yes,
point.
you are. Look at your face.
I
You
really
got your
wasn't gonna
live
blame
face
you.
on.
Look,
Look at him, guys.
there's a lot of
Can
times.
you recognize his live
Look,
face like I do?
There's
It's
a
getting
lot
pretty
of
prevalent.
times that I've wanted to throw you under the bus, and I have thrown you under the bus.
Yeah,
But I
and
wasn't
that's
going
the
to
face
that
you
time.
make when you
I wasn't
always
going
do it.
to this time. I
Oh,
promise.
he's doing
I
his
promise.
laugh lie. You guys see him doing it?
People laugh.
Tell
Charlie.
me you guys can hear
People
it.
laugh, Charlie.
Yes, but you have a very prominent
So?
face and laugh and way of talking when you
So?
lie.
I feel like you're judging me.
Yeah, I'm I'm judging you very openly and in front of people. I'm judging you hard.
Yeah. At least I didn't have the heater on in this fucking humid, stormy ass weather.
So, it was
It's pretty
chilly
hot.
this morning.
It was chilly. It wasn't really chilly this morning. I was
It
hot
was.
this
It
morning.
was cold this morning. Well, you wear a lot of clothes and
Not really.
move around and go to work.
I wasn't at work this morning. I was in bed.
well, then you weren't out this morning.
What do you mean? Were
You were
you
in bed.
outside?
Yeah,
What are you doing outside?
walking. I walk every morning now.
Oh.
'Cause
Oh, so you'll walk without me, but if I'm like, hey, let me come over and we'll walk together, you're like, oh no.
What? I said sure. I said if you want to come over and walk, sure. What? I said that's super okay.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember how that conversation ended.
I encourage it. I feel like this podcast has turned into just Charlie being rude to Creighton. It's not
Yeah,
being rude. It's
yeah.
confronting him about lying.
It's still being rude in a way. The aliens, though.
No.
No?
We were talking about something before the podcast, and I forgot what I wanted to continue the conversation with in a certain way.
Talking about Kristen?
No, not that. Ooh. Ooh. Tastes like Chick-fil-A.
Shh.
Sorry.
Have you ate Chick-fil-A today?
Yesterday I did.
Oh.
So that's weird, because I ate pizza today. Why does
Did
it
you
taste
go
like
with Matt
pizza?
and Savannah to get Chick-fil-A?
No.
Oh.
I,
They also
I
have
DoorDashed
Chick-fil-A.
it. DoorDash has free delivery because of coronavirus,
Oh, nice.
which is super nice.
I tried DoorDash, but I don't like it.
How do you like it?
I just couldn't get the app to work, so I gave up.
It's like the easiest app ever.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I say that. I didn't use the app. I just used their website. It's probably easier.
Oh, that might be why.
I used the website, which was super easy. Literally, you just sign up. I signed up, and then I was like, my address, Chick-fil-A, these two things. It was here in an hour, less than an hour.
How long?
Like 40 minutes.
Seems like a long time. I mean,
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A's that
there's not a
far
lot of
away.
DoorDash around here. There's not a lot of people who DoorDash, so it's like, you know, you kind of got to hope that somebody's available. Which someone was, and I wasn't too mad to wait 40 minutes.
So, like, what's the difference between, like, DoorDash and Uber Eats?
Not much.
There's not much.
Not really. I mean,
So why don't you just use your Uber Eats? Because you already
I
have
don't
an Uber
Uber Eats.
account.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. I
No.
thought you would have one from going to Anaheim.
No, all my friends always had it. I would
Oh,
never.
okay.
I would
So
never
you,
do it.
like, just Ubered with them.
Yeah.
You're a Uber moocher.
No, I would pay. I would just give them the money because I didn't want to make an account. Because like to make the account, you gotta I don't like
That's a
having
lot to go
I don't have
through.
I don't like having my location on my
Yeah.
phone. I like
I
keeping
don't
my
like having
location and
mine.
all that off.
I don't even have my location on Snapchat. Like, there's a fuck ton of
Yeah,
people.
if
that
you have
leave
it on
theirs
Snapchat, that means it's on your phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, actually, mine. I don't know if your phone does this, but mine differentiates. Like, you can turn it on for certain apps and have it off for others. You know what I mean? You don't have to have it on, like on your phone all the time.
I don't think that's true. I think that
Mine-
I
mine
think
does
that
that.
that's what it looks like. But if it's on an app, it has to be on your phone. That's the
Now
only,
it can be on
only
in the
way it works.
background. But, like, if I close out the app,
Yeah, but if it's on in the
cuts it off.
background, signing away your rights to all these apps, saying like I accept terms of service, like when you cut your location on that app, it cuts your location on the phone. Like I'm telling you, if it's on in the background, it's on. It being on means it's on. There's not really a very backdoor way of them having your
Well,
location.
you have to have it on for like GPS and stuff, right?
I mean, yeah, you do, but I don't use that.
Well,
I don't have it on for
Well, yeah,
anything.
you don't drive.
I don't do anything. Yeah, I don't like my location on
That's
at all.
fair.
Because I don't like the way that they. I want the most biased version of
Oh,
the
you
internet
did
my
forget
phone
to
can
post
work.
in Discord.
I did forget to post in Discord.
Damn it, Charlie.
Well, did you post in the other Discord?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
posted everywhere.
Excuse
You always
me.
post in that Discord, so I didn't think to do it.
Yeah, let me see. Where is that? That's in here.
Oh,
No,
hey,
it's
what's
not
up,
there.
Leslie?
Oh, thank you, Snipes. You're the greatest. He went ahead and did it. Leslie's here.
Yeah. We haven't seen Leslie in a while.
You haven't seen Leslie.
Or I haven't seen Leslie.
I haven't.
Wait, I'm always here with you, though. That's what I say. What?
I see Leslie in Discord all the time. I
Hi,
haven't
Leslie.
lately because she's been working. I
Yeah.
assume.
I've been busy working, too, so I'm right there with you, Leslie. And work just got, like, extremely more difficult for me. For reasons.
Leslie got a raise, new job, new raise.
Or a raise and a new job.
Hold on.
Or Ray Bans. And a new job. Imagine.
Ray Bans and a new job. What? Oh,
She said, I've been a temp for the past 2 years.
yep. She got a permanent position with included benefits and a $6 raise.
Oh, where at? Or
Uh,
what business?
It's a thing.
What is it?
It's a thing.
Is there a link to it?
No, it's it's like she works at a. I don't want to say it without and be wrong. Lubrizol.
Lubrizol?
She makes like.
What do they do there?
What's a chemical company?
Ah.
Zuki, how do I get on this podcast? Zuki, I used to do, before I had Creighton on as my co-host, I used to do Discord podcasts where I would do video call on Discord and stream it. And it looked pretty much like this, just
Yeah.
minus the background in terms of 2 cameras. And I would talk to people. But it just, the video call didn't work right. And I don't like doing the kind of call, like a whole podcast where it's like me talking to a voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like for people
You like
to see
that
the
face
person.
to face.
I like
Although
that.
we did have a good time with BZ last podcast.
Well, that's different though. That's like
It's
5
like
minutes.
calling in,
Yeah, it's just for a minute, and it's like it's only whenever I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like these are very specific situations. Like I'll bring somebody in if we have a very specific thing we want to talk about for a 5-minute thing or a 10-minute thing. Like, but even then, it's like I like doing a podcast. I like having the face of it. And now that I've done it like this, I don't even know if I would want to do it like with Skype or Zoom or Discord again. Like based on this, like under very certain circumstances, like Big Bro Fly. I want to have Big Bro Fly on here in the foreseeable future.
What's that?
Big Bro, that's the guy that I was going to go to Vegas with. The one I was telling you
Oh,
about.
yeah,
that
yeah,
I want to do a
yeah,
podcast with.
yeah.
I wanna do one
so
with
that never
him.
came through?
It just hasn't happened yet. It's
Okay.
going to happen. I'm doing that because that's like a special exception.
Occasion.
Or yeah, there's a thing he wants to talk about that I really wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
and I want to
And then
get
I
it
can
out
watch.
there, and you can watch.
But you don't want me here.
Not really. Like it's gonna be very
Can I be
much
here in
me
the
and him.
background?
Maybe, but
Can I pull a Savannah?
maybe, but I don't know. We'll discuss it. It'll probably
Oh.
be a different time of the day. Donald 2080, thank you for following.
Thank you.
But my voice deserves to be on a podcast.
I believe
If Charlie goes to the bathroom, you might be able to talk to Creighton. Join the Discord.
It all depends on Charlie's bowel movements.
It all depends on my bowel movements. If I have to take a shit, I usually will say, anyone who wants to talk to Creighton, get in the Discord fast, go, blah, blah, blah. And first one on the Discord call that I see, I will move in the call, and then I will go take a shit, and Creighton will talk to that person
Yeah.
for a few minutes.
And most of the time it's about a topic that I come up with off the top of my head. Last time, like, you gave BZ something, and I don't think we went with it at all. Like, we started talking about something.
Yeah, what did I say? We were already talking about something, and I was
you're
like,
like,
this is
blah,
what
blah,
we're
blah,
talking
blah,
about.
blah. And then, like, I was like, nah, that's boring. Let's go with something else.
What did you talk about?
I don't remember, but it was good. Because we were still talking about when you came back, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good time. God, I had to go back and look, but can you believe that? That's only been like a day ago, and I just don't fucking remember.
Hello, Ziggy.
But you know what, though?
What?
Did you have some? I was gonna ask you something about the aliens. Did you have anything you wanted to add about the aliens, or?
Not.
It's weird, right? Because they released it, and it's like it
But it's
doesn't
like,
really
did
add
they-
anything.
Like exactly. Like it's like they said, we're pretty sure Bigfoot's real.
But like,
But they didn't give us any video.
Yeah.
They didn't give us any like DNA. They didn't tell us for sure definitively. Like they were just like, we're gonna declassify some video of UFOs, not aliens, UFOs, unidentified flying out. You know what I mean? So it's like low key, these trulies got me lit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like,
it's not much.
it's not much. But it's like, it's
not
weird that they're declassifying it, cause it's like, why are they declassifying it? Why are they declassifying these ones?
Oh, so
these
you want
are
to like
weird
talk
ones.
about the why?
Kind of. Bigfoot ain't real, man.
So
Listen, bro.
let's speculate then for a little bit. Like,
Let's
you know-
speculate the aliens.
yeah, let's speculate. So,
So-
like, who would it benefit to release this video? Do you think something's about to come out, or do you think like
You want like the way I always see things like this is whatever the minimalist reason would be is probably the answer.
okay,
Like whatever makes the most sense, whatever like is the most obvious thing.
okay.
For me, if I'm being honest, I think it's Joe Rogan's fault.
Why?
Joe Rogan had Commander Fravor on. Commander Fravor is a guy who he might not have filmed one of the 3 that were released, but he filmed a video very similar to those, if not one of those videos specifically
that were released.
that were released, saying like he went on the podcast for like 2.5. Hold on, I don't know how long he was on. It was a long podcast. Like it was definitely one of the like not short ones.
Yeah, one of the longest.
Joe Rogan, Commander Fravor. I spelled Commander wrong. Commander. How do
Co-man.
you spell it?
1361.
It was an hour. An hour an hour and 54 minutes. And he talks about it. He's not like an alien person. He's not like a conspiracy guy. He's
He
a
just saw
commander in the
this
Air
thing,
Force.
and it was like, I want to
He's
talk
very
about it.
straight laced, very like by the book military guy, and he was like, "Listen, I've always believed there's probably something else out there. I'm very like he was very calm, very like he wasn't like fidgety or weird.
We
he
talked
wasn't,
about him before,
probably
like in the earlier podcast, because that's the older Joe Rogan one, isn't it?
less than a year.
Less than a year.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like we've talked about him before. But
probably
anyway,
have.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's cool. We probably have those episodes are great with Bob Lazar and Commander Fravor. They are pretty dope. Jurgen is my man crush. I agree. If Creighton is not from another planet, then I don't want to believe in aliens. I agree. What I think is that Joe having people like him and like Bob Lazar on are making this so public and so like
In
it's
your
hard
face.
to differentiate who's lying or who's telling the truth now. Because if these guys are lying, they're fucking sociopaths. They're too good at it. Because, dude, I deal cards as a poker game. I'm good at telling if people are lying. It's not hard for me anymore. I'm not like to the point where it's like, oh, you're lying and you're lying about this exact thing and this is why you're lying. Like, I can't tell you everything about your life, but I can tell if you're bullshitting.
No.
Like, I can tell if people are bullshitting. It's really easy for me to tell if somebody's lying if I'm talking to them face to face. It's not hard. It's super easy for me to tell now. Like, it's not... I'm not going to sit here and act like I can tell you, like, oh, you're lying about... what did I say you were lying about earlier? About, fucking...
coming at you or arguing with you or something. Oh, throwing you under the bus for the last night not having a
Yeah,
podcast.
I can't be here like, you're lying because, like, I know what you were doing at that exact time, and, like, I know that you really just wanted to play Red Dead, or blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't, but I can tell that you were lying in some regard. I can tell that you were, like, in a second, whenever I confronted you about saying the thing about me, you're like, oh, no, that's not what I meant. It's like, yeah, it is, you fucking idiot. It's exactly what you meant. You know what I mean? I can tell if you're, like, lying about a dumb little thing. Or I can tell if somebody's, like, trying to make something up or if they're being dishonest. It's not hard. It's not hard for me to tell if somebody's bullshitting. I can't tell you everything about what they're lying about. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I can tell you everything about somebody based on if they're lying. But I can tell you if they're lying. I can tell you if they're like, that person's full of shit.
Yeah.
I can tell you if that's happening. That's not hard to tell anymore for me. I've gotten good at that. These guys, if they're lying, are fucking sociopaths. They're sociopaths, or they believe it, or they're sleeper agents. But they're not. These guys saw crazy shit, is what it is.
If they are lying, though.
If they're lying.
What? You said this guy's very straight-laced, very loyal to, like, the government that he
No,
serves.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say
I
that?
wouldn't say that he's, like, straight-laced in that regard. He's straight-laced in the sense that he's just telling you what it is.
Saw, yeah.
He's telling you what he saw. He's not trying to hide. It took him a long time to get on the podcast. He didn't want to do the podcast because he doesn't like being out and about, like doing that kind of thing. He doesn't like showing it. He doesn't want to like be a person of interest in this kind of thing. He doesn't want like people to know his name. Like he doesn't want people to like be asking him questions. But what's his name? Not Lazar, but the other guy. I remember eating lunch at College Cafe while watching the Commander Fravor one. I wish I was still on campus. Some people are good at bullshitting, man. Yes, that's true. I've been around a lot of them, Otto. I'm telling you. I know. What?
I was going to say, like, I think... No, go ahead. Go ahead.
He wasn't trying to, like, hype it up. He was saying, look, here's what I saw. Here's what it could have been if it's not aliens. Could it have been aliens? Probably. Because I don't think there's anything humans have that resembles what he was talking about. What he described was like a giant Tic Tac shaped thing. It was like a white Tic Tac, like 30 foot long, and it was in the ocean. Not like in the ocean, but it was like over the water, like 30, 40 feet above the water. And what happened was they were picking it up on radar, and they said, hey, there's something, go look at it. He went and looked at it. He was like, it was either him and one other plane or him and two other planes. I think it was two other planes. 2 people on each plane, so 6 people, right? 6 people flying around. And he says, guys, you see what I see? And he was like, they were like, yeah, we see it. And they saw it, and it just went up in the air. And not like, kind of like up in the air, like gone.
Was
like,
there
so
any, like,
quickly.
air or, like, friction or anything that they felt, like, turbulence generated from that? Or
Not that they could feel. They said there was no, like, thrusting or weird, crazy... there was no, like, generated heat facing a direction. It was just floating. All the heat was on the object.
Not even when it flew past them, it was
Nothing.
like... It was like
And
it didn't even exist.
Yeah, it just disappeared. It would just disappear. Yeah. It was so ungodly fast or, like, teleporting. Like, they said, like, they couldn't pick it up, and they called back in. They said, hey, this thing's gone. They said, no, it's where you just were.
Oh.
And they told them to go fly back there. And they go, they see it again, it disappears
Like,
again. And they're
they're
playing cat and mouse. They're chasing it all over the place, and then eventually just disappeared. They get back, and they're like, what the fuck just happened, guys? Like, to each other in the planes, like, where they're talking, like, communicating. And he said, so I get back, and I make some calls. This isn't an uncommon thing. This has happened before to people like me. Like, it's happened to other flight pilots, blah, 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 saying all this shit. And he's very, like, he's calm. He's not, like, freaking out. He said, the only tiny thing that made me think anything was that he said, I've always thought this, from the time I was a little kid. I looked up at the stars and thought we weren't alone. And the only thing that made me think is maybe that's his, like, I don't want to sound crazy story. But other than that, the guy seemed... Look, I'm not going to sit here and spout the wisdom of this man. Go watch the podcast if you want to try and declare if he's not a bullshit artist. You know what I mean? Because this is just my 2 cents. I've watched a lot of bullshit artists. I know a lot of bullshit artists. I know a lot of guys who make their fucking living lying. Like, the only way they get by is by playing poker or doing this, whatever the fuck. And lying is their business. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of guys who they're broke, and the only way they can make money is playing poker. And they're good at it, but they're good at it to imbeciles, to other guys who don't know anything otherwise.
Yeah.
And this guy, it's not hard to be a good liar, but it's hard to be a good liar and maintain a story for a long time. And while Commander Fravor, I've only heard one version of his story. Bob Lazar, the other guy, which is way cooler of a listen. This guy worked at Area 51, but not really. He worked at like one of the bases off of Area 51, and I can't even begin to describe his story.
Is he
other
the
than
one that disappeared?
no, his story. No, his story. He worked on alien crafts, like alien spaceships. He was trying to determine their propulsion system.
He's the one that the government sued, right, or whatever, or like.
They audited and audited his family. They
Yeah.
audited everybody.
Yeah.
The thing with him that's crazy is he's told the exact same story for 30 years. He predicted the discovery of a new element based on these spaceships. And then it happened. He described the element 30 years ago.
Yeah.
He's maintained the same story for 30 years. That's a new kind of truth telling.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, I'm sticking by my fucking bootstraps. like this guy is fucking.
Because I've heard the name Bob Lazar
Yeah,
before.
there's a documentary about him.
Yeah.
It's a crazy story, and he
Yeah.
goes on Joe Rogan, and he's horrified. He doesn't want to be on there, because the last thing he wants is the government to keep coming after him. They've attacked everyone. The IRS is coming after him, his family, his friends, anyone that's ever talked to him. They go after you. It's ridiculous. And now Joe was like, "Fuck you." Here you go. And showed his podcast. And it was a great podcast. And if he's lying, he's an alien. Or he's a sleeper agent. That the government wanted to... it's one of those things where, the only reason that this is happening, if it's, happening in a dishonest way, is if the government set it up themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's crazy if it's happening that way.
Well, you know what, though? The weird thing that coincides with this UFO video coming out is, you remember a couple weeks ago, or maybe not even a couple weeks ago, last week or something, we were talking about how my friend on Facebook posted, or a bunch of people really on Facebook posted about how they had saw some weird shit flying around here.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably Elon Musk. That's probably Starlink.
You think so?
Probably. I mean, a lot of his stuff that goes up, just like the Starlink satellites, a lot of those have been have been thought to be aliens because of the way they fly around. They look weird.
Mm.
I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying they might be. There was one. I was looking through the footage of the Jerusalem thing. Hold on. Let me find the flight. There's 4 camera footage. There's 4 shots of it.
Because that's the one that we had, you were like, it could be these drones things, it could be what you're talking about, the Starflight thing.
How do you spell Jerusalem?
And they would play, the drones doing all that cool shit, which was really good. I like that.
Is that how you spell Jerusalem? UFO Jerusalem. No, I just want the footage. Please, just the footage. Please, just the footage, you fucks.
Hello.
What? Yeah, let me catch him on chat.
Snipes.
Still waiting for intergalactic orgies. Oh, well, there you go. Creighton, tell us more about your people. I wonder if aliens would be hot and have big titties. They also said the water's calm where it was hovering. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was it was very undisturbed. Why would the waters calm? Do they have a gravity force shield? If you were an alien disguised as a person obligated to your people to keep your kind secrets, but inclined to warn your human peeps of a coming invasion, what would you do? Asking for a friend. That's Creighton's dilemma. Exactly. Here's the link. Watch after this podcast, though. Yes. Wait, Otto, I love you. I love you, Leslie. Intergalactic orgies would be a band. Yes. Bulbasaur. What? Squirtle. What? He'll make the right decision.
Oh, Bulbasaur.
I think so too. He fell in love with the human race and will do everything to protect us. Thank you, Creighton, for your sacrifices.
No
Hello,
problem.
Snipes. Jerusalem. Thank you. I can confirm that being 18 is not as lit as they say. Yeah, we can tell you that too.
I don't know. I had a good time being 18.
Well,
What?
did you?
I did, actually. It was pretty fun. I could vote, you know?
I could vote. Crazy.
I could bone legally.
I'm so
technically
worried
speaking.
about this next election. I don't know who to vote for anymore.
What do you mean? What happened? Did
This
something
next election is
new
one of
happen?
those votes where it's I'm a person who will always argue your vote matters. It always matters. This election, however, I really don't think it's going to matter that much. My new vote isn't going to matter much to the system, I don't
Who are you
think.
going to vote for?
I don't know. I'm not getting into that whole fucking argument.
Oh, okay.
But
well, you were
18th
talking
is a
about.
stupid birthday unless you're in the EU. Well, yeah, that says
Yeah.
you fucking alcoholic. Hold on. I'm trying to find this footage. I don't like news. I just want the, like,
Were you looking for the
from
Jerusalem
4
lights?
angles. Yeah. I don't want...
You don't want the news
I
footage.
don't want
you
news
like,
footage.
The
I
actual
want, like, all the different camera shots of it.
Just type that into YouTube.
I
Like,
did.
hey, I want all the different
I
camera
want
shots.
from 4 angles. That's what I said. Oh. God damn it.
I let my hair air dry. Me too. That's what I do.
Hold on.
Now I
Hold on,
have
why
a
is this
fro
one-
going on. Oh. That never happens to me, Leslie. My fro is, my hair is always perfect no matter what. Charlie can know. Charlie knows and can attest to that. I guess that's what makes me an alien, Charlie.
What the...
He's obsessed with finding the clips, so it's
Oh.
gonna be a minute before we talk to him. Let's just give him a break. Make it the Creighton podcast. You know, we'll get together.
There it was. Okay.
Oh, he found
Okay.
it.
Let me show pop. So this is the one. This is shot from a lot of angles. This one's like a quick angle. Most of them are slowed down. This is the one I'm going to show just because it's quick. This kind of describes it in terms of how like ridiculous
Like
their
what
propulsion works. Like the one that Commander Fravor saw.
Ah.
So this is over Jerusalem. There's footage of this from a lot of different angles.
Now so like
watch
is that the one we
Just
don't
watch it.
know what it is, or is that the one
Just
like
watch it.
it's like Elon Musk?
No, this is, we don't know what it is.
Oh.
It's fucking disappear. So, that one is like what, like,
That was wild.
that one I think is very just weird. I don't
Now,
think.
could that be an optical light illusion?
I feel like that's people. But that one, I feel like that's fake. But it describes the one Fravor saw in a different way. The one he saw was much bigger because that looks very small. Like, that wasn't miles away, you know?
Yeah.
That was a few hundred yards, maybe a mile at the most away from the shot, and it's still very small in the sky. At the most, that thing's as big as you or me, and it's just lit up. It looked like a drone of some sort that's just super fast. And they make drones that are ridiculous fast like that. They can just fucking zoom.
Yeah.
The thing he's talking about is 30 foot long and 30 foot tall, and like this giant
It's a
fucking-
bunch of
it's
drones
it's a
strapped together
No.
in a balloon.
No, this thing disappears. It's so fast. Like the one he's describing. Wait.
My hair's
Can
also
we all agree
naturally
that
curly.
Toxic by Britney Spears is a fucking banger?
Yeah. I mean, according to
Hey
History
man, we're in
Channel, it's
quarantine. I'm
aliens.
allowed. I love Britney. My hair is naturally curly. Oh snap! Haha, true. I mean, according to the History Channel, it's aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Excuse me.
History Channel's never wrong.
That's not true. You're wrong.
I don't know if you're
I need to
watching.
go to bed, but you're sucking me into a black hole. I'm sorry, Leslie. It's what we do.
Literally, because it's space and aliens. You think aliens can travel through black holes
Yeah, I think black holes are made by aliens.
or wormholes?
I think wormholes are definitely made by
Or
aliens.
aren't wormholes and black holes the same thing?
No.
Like, what's the difference?
I'm not smart enough to tell you. Black holes are
Black holes,
they
like,
pull in
and
mass.
they crush stuff. But then, like, a
It's- they
wormhole is
compress.
like, it's a tunnel in space.
Yes, a wormhole is like a wormhole is
A space between
a wormhole
spaces.
is like have you seen Inception? No, Interstellar.
No.
You haven't seen Interstellar?
No, we've had this
You
conversation
slut.
literally probably at least 7 times. on the
Wormholes have
podcast.
worms. That's not true. Wormholes are
What kind of
yes.
worms? Space
Wormholes
worms?
are like teleporters. They're tunnels. They bend space time.
Yeah.
Where black holes.
Oh, like the whole paper
Bend it,
thing
but-
where they bend paper in half and put the pencil. through it.
Yes, and the black hole is sucking in space time with gravity and compressing everything down. It's very smart people know, and I'm not very smart.
So it's like an anti-sun.
Kind of. Sure.
Or it's just a hole in
You
space.
should have Neil deGrasse Tyson guest star to explain this. Sure.
Yeah.
Also, Interstellar is a dope film. I agree. Super.
I know. I need to watch
It's
it.
so good.
I
It's
haven't
a very
watched
good
it
movie.
because of... I just haven't been able to watch it.
Wormholes are much more like, hey, aliens probably did this.
Really?
Yeah, because wormholes are like, they're so weird. It's like, why does this thing exist? Black holes, we don't really understand.
Well, I thought black holes are like what happens whenever a sun dies. Like the explosion is so like jarring to the space itself, it kind of blows a hole in reality.
I have no idea how I don't.
Or what we perceive to be reality.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko? Yeah.
I-
Have you ever watched Donnie Darko? Dude, what? That has like a bunch of theories about wormholes and space time and all that kind of stuff.
How exactly does one suck a fuck? I'm gonna let you figure that one out on yourself, Nick.
Well,
There's lots of
theoretically,
videos.
like you could have like.
Hold on, no, stop, hold on. So wormholes and aliens. I feel like wormholes, if we ever find one, in our our solar system or one that we can reach,
Yeah.
I feel like those are very much
Bad.
no.
No.
I feel like
Well, you don't know where you're gonna come out though.
that's true. Well,
You
that's
don't
not
know
always
if you
true.
can go back.
So here's the thing. We have satellites. We have or a probe. What's the probe that is now interstellar? We have one that left our solar system.
Yeah.
Like it's that far away now. Like
Yeah. It's like
they
one of
launched
the very
it.
first one. Right?
They launched it like in the 70s, and it just went interstellar. It just passed our solar system and is out there somewhere, and it's still giving us data. Apparently, it still shoots us data, and we can get that.
What's
in
the
movie-
range on that?
I don't know.
Dude,
Forever?
that's insane because like
Well, I
fucking
think
I
that-
can't get cell service on certain roads, but
You gotta
the
think this is a
fucking-
multi-billion-dollar project.
So what you're saying is I gotta pay a bunch of billions of dollars to have great cell service? I mean, it's from the 70s. It can't be that good.
Must-watch movie. Have you listened
I'm
to
sorry,
the
what was
video
your
of the
point,
pilot
man?
of an SR-71 speed check? It's pretty interesting. Voyager 1 is the probe. I'm only interested in vaginal holes right now. Oh, well, there you go. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I was saying I'm sorry I interrupted, but what was your point?
So, the idea is that if they found a wormhole, they'd send probes,
Yeah.
and that we could, if it went through and we still got signal, we still would be able to hear shit. Like, we'd know, like, oh, we would probably survive if that survived, you know? Like,
Probably,
potentially.
but we don't
Potentially.
know.
They would build it in a way where it would make sense, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens in Interstellar. They find a wormhole opens up, and is sending us to a new... What the fuck? Hello?
Sorry, we're sneaking in.
Oh my god. Well, duck low. We're doing a podcast.
Sorry.
And now everybody sees you. Everybody
Everybody.
sees the... No, they don't. Don't do that. My sister. Everybody. Anyway. The idea in the movie...
Your boyfriend?
Relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
nice.
Relax. 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 Relax.
That's her boyfriend.
I know. Well, thanks for saying it.
Wait, why'd you say relax?
Because now people are going to start
Boyfriend.
talking about my sister.
Push me down here. You always want me
Go
to-
away.
What's wrong with saying boyfriend?
Nothing about... Because that, all that...
Now they can be
opens
like,
up
hey,
as
Charlie's
questions.
sister's boyfriend.
Yes. I just don't feel like talking about my sister.
No, I know, but what were you saying about aliens?
What was I saying?
Talking
part
about
was I at?
wormholes, interstellar, they can go through. And then
So yeah, in Interstellar, what happens? The premise of Interstellar is the planet's dying, the population's dwindling, and they're running out of food, right?
Yeah.
And they need to find a way how to fix it.
Yes.
A wormhole opens up near Jupiter,
Yes.
and they see it, and they send probes, and they realize, oh, there are there's planets, like multiple potential habitable planets, and this was basically the aliens saying, hey, come here, find a place to live. I'm not
Do we
gonna
meet
say.
the aliens.
I'm not going to say yes or no to that. I'm not going to say what happens. Watch the movie. We'll have a whole podcast talking about it. I can literally talk about this whole movie. It's a great movie. But
But
the aliens say... apparently, the aliens put the wormhole there in the movie. That's the idea, is that they open it for humanity to find, saying, hey, here you go. Like, get out of here. That's like their thing. I'm pretty sure we're all in an alternate reality shit show spawned by a wormhole that swallowed us at the end of 2012. Boyfriend by Justin Bieber is a certified banger. As his girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. There you go. God damn it, guys. You and your fucking music. 2000s Avril Lavigne is my wife. Well, there you go. And it's also oh wait, that is him saying that. I was about to say that's like his. He said that was like his first giant crush or something.
Avril
The other
Lavigne.
day. What if there is a wormhole in Betty White?
Ooh, keeping her alive all these years. I could buy that.
Part of me thinks that like wormholes are very small. Like,
Oh,
they're
like we can't fit?
no, like we can't, like, they're big enough for people, not like a spaceship or like, because in the movie it's like kind of like this big like house size thing, or if not bigger, it's like this giant,
It's huge.
like it's a bin in
massive.
space time. Yeah, it's this huge gigantic thing, and the way that they film, that's not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna show you that scene in Interstellar.
Okay. Wait, are we gonna get copyrighted?
No,
stricken?
because I'm just gonna show you. I'm not
Oh,
gonna show the
okay.
stream. Interstellar going through the wormhole. Okay, guys, I'm gonna
Through
say the
the
title. If you want to
wormhole.
watch this, you can watch it.
Through the
Interstellar, the
wormhole
wormhole
is-
scene is what we're watching by BMT Entertainment.
Through the Wormhole, like, would be a great name for a band.
It's the name of a TV show.
Oh, really? Through the Wormhole?
This is a bad version of this scene.
I was about to say.
Wormhole scene 1080p HD is the one I'm watching now. This is not a scene.
No one knows.
Oh, okay, it is. So that's what it looks like in space. That's them driving up to it.
The others made it, right? At least some of them.
So you can see it's this giant thing in space,
Mhm.
the wormhole. It's like a fucking, like now that you really look at it, like fucking, like a mile wide looking thing.
It looks like kind of like a ball.
Yeah. What's a bin? So look, now they're in there, and all of a sudden, everything's just super like fast, sped up, coming toward them. It's this insane bridge to another galaxy.
Are you ready to say goodbye to our solar system? To our galaxy. Here we go.
And then, as fast as they entered, they just. Nobody spoil this movie for Creighton, or I will ban you forever. I'm not kidding. I don't care how cool we are. He has to watch this.
The controls won't work here. We're passing through the bulk. Space beyond our 3 dimensions. All you can do is record and observe.
So,
Just watch. Just watch. I'm sorry for the podcasters who are watching, or viewers.
It's them. Distorting space-time. Don't!
oh. Whoa. That's trippy.
And then, as calmly as they entered, they just boom. Through the wormhole.
What was that?
First handshake.
We're here.
Boom. New solar system. And what happens next is fucking baller too. I'm not gonna
They
tell
have
you what
such
that
a
is.
weird ship. Like, I don't have a good aspect ratio of what their ship
I was
looks
gonna
like.
lurk, but I gotta know what movie. Lisa, first of all, we love you, Lisa. Interstellar. We're talking about Interstellar. What'd you say?
I was saying, like, I don't have a good aspect ratio of their ship from that scene. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like it was,
there's 4 people on board. It's like it's a lot like a Quinjet from Marvel. It's like that size. Like they can walk around in it. It's big enough to. It's probably 40, 50 foot long. It's not like a super, but you know, the wormhole itself is probably a quarter mile to a mile wide. Like around, like you know,
yeah.
like in terms of what it looks like from the outside.
And in
looking
terms
at it.
of, like, you know.
Yeah, because you don't really know how big. Like
Well-
you're talking a bridge between galaxies.
Mhm.
Like, but it was insane. I wonder what Ted Bundy would be like in 20. Why do you ask questions? It's okay. We need to educate Creighton. Sure, but like again, you can do it in a way where you don't spoil the movie.
I think, Leslie
You haven't
Jordan-
seen it, Lisa. Lisa, how fucking dare you, Lisa?
Good night, Leslie.
Lisa, good night, Leslie. I love you. Lisa, Watch
love you too, Lisa.
Interstellar. How? You would love that movie. I know you, Lisa. You would love that. Like,
Lisa,
it's about more than what it seems like it's about. So, like, watch
what
words
you use?
I know. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but it's about the message
It's
and
a coming
story.
of age about a teenage girl.
No, that's not what it's. Actually, a little bit. Not kidding. Seriously, yes. In a way. Fuck.
I want to watch that movie.
That's
and then
hilarious
just-
that you said that. Wait, what?
I want to watch the movie now and just describe really obscure shit about
Yeah,
it.
that's a good idea. I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to give to it. It's
What would
really,
be like
really
an
good.
obscure description you would use for The Dark Knight?
A man who's just misunderstood brings a civilization to its knees, and wins in the end. That's pretty obscure.
I was gonna say a clown comes to town, but nobody likes him, and he's sad about it.
I would say, Charlie, for years, every time I say a movie, you yell at me every time, and you know that doesn't.
No,
that
that's
doesn't
just
happen. I don't watch the
true.
movie. Lisa, that's
just
almost
Charlie.
true. But let's sit here and act. Let's not sit here and act like you and me didn't watch all of Game of Thrones together. So, Shaitan, we're talking like 70 episodes.
You watched all of Game of Thrones with Lisa?
I watched all of Game of Thrones with 8 people online.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes, you're not the only person I watched all of Game of Thrones with.
I know, but I'm
I watched
the
it with
only
Lisa,
person you
with-
watched it with in person.
It's not true.
I mean, all the way through it with in person.
It's not true.
Who else have you watched it all the way through with in person?
Mac,
Okay.
except season 8.
Well, that's not all the way through.
Okay, but I watched all of it.
That's what I'm saying, like all the way through.
I wonder if Batman and Alfred were lovers. Why do you ask? Not a big movie person. I gotta pause every 10 minutes. Yeah, you are. You're definitely one of those like
Why
on
should you
your
have to
phone
pause
people.
every 10 minutes?
I think Alfred wanted to be. We're getting into a weird combo in the Twitch chat, guys. Lisa, listen, just listen to me, Lisa. Watch Interstellar.
I think, what's his name? That Jimmy Olsen really wanted to bone Superman, but Lois Lane got in there before he could.
Okay. I
What?
hate you.
Well, because you know I'm right?
No, just
Think about it.
I
Superman's
hate that we
best
talk
pal-
about movies like Interstellar and the aliens and what a wormhole could be and like shit like that, and then we go into like, yeah, Jimmy Olsen was probably like trying to bone Superman, like that. These are natural segues for us, and it's
Yeah.
like getting weird that that's so normal for me.
Well, like, do you think, like, Jimmy Olsen wanted to power fuck Superman or be powered fucked by Superman?
Lisa, how are they difficult to watch? We watched Jurassic World 2, pretty easy movie to watch, and then we watched.
Well, Jurassic World 2 is like, you can sit down and have fun with that. Like, you don't have to pay attention to every little detail.
What did we watch, Lisa?
You're very hard to watch things with because you're
Jurassic
very much.
Park gave you jump scares and anxiety for 3 days. Yeah.
Look, you're a very aggressive watching partner because you get mad if somebody even like looks at their phone for the time.
Movies are meant to be viewed. They're not meant to be listened to. They're meant to be watched. It's a visual and audio auditory experience.
Okay, but
There's
not
a lot of
everybody
stuff-
has that view on it, and like there's definitely
That's
parts
like
of
saying
movie,
not everybody
there's
wants to read the words of the book. They
definitely-
want to hold the book and see
there's
the words through their
definitely
fingertips.
parts of movies that you can just look at your phone and not
Yes,
miss anything.
if you wanted to watch Pineapple Express, you could probably get most of it without having to look at
No,
every frame.
I'm not saying look at like your phone the whole movie, but I'm saying there's parts of movies, and you can tell like if you're really paying attention to a movie where there's kind of like a lull in it that you can check your phone.
That is the moment you're supposed to watch the movie.
Not really. I mean,
You
like
fool.
I've sat down and watched movies before that like
No
there
way.
was 15s of minutes where like stuff didn't happen that was like I needed to watch it. But I've also seen movies where you're right, like you have to pay attention to every little thing.
But how are you ever gonna
act
know?
like
How are you
every
ever-
movie
No, I
is
don't.
like that.
There are movies. There are lots of movies where you do have to watch every moment. I'm not watching. I'm not
There
saying.
are.
I'm
I'm
not
not saying
saying
that
go
there
and watch.
isn't.
I'm not saying don't go watch. Don't mess with the Zohan and fucking peel your eyes back looking at every frame. Yes, you can watch that movie and be on your phone. You can watch that movie and play video games on your phone. I don't give a
Really?
fuck.
For
It's a
real?
fun like joke comedy movie.
Yeah.
Like those movies, sure. And there's some like serious movies where you can do that too. You can get away with watching Jurassic World and not looking at every frame because like you know like you're not gonna like if you're listening to the
Wait, the first
dialogue of that
Jurassic
movie.
World?
Yeah, it's a good movie, but if you're listening to the dialogue, you can look at your phone for a sec. As soon as the dialogue stops, watch it. It's a very visual experience. The whole movie. There's lots of like, we're looking at Paddock 18 right here. Keep in mind what Paddock 18 is later. Like, there's lots of that. But in terms of like Ozark or Game of Thrones or fucking Interstellar or The Godfather or like movies like that, you gotta pay attention to.
You haven't watched The Godfather.
Yes,
How would you
but
know
I've
about
been-
that? About The
Because
Godfather?
I've been told by people who've had this argument with me, if you watch it, watch it. It's not a movie you listen to. It's a movie you pay attention to. There are movies that you have to watch.
We should watch The Godfather.
No.
Neither
You should
one
watch
of
The
us has
Godfather.
seen it.
I'm not watching it as an argument now. And
No.
Ant-Man, oh yeah, Ant-Man. I knew there was another one. There's
Ant-Man you have to watch?
No, that me and Lisa watched. Lisa
No.
Lisa lived in North Carolina for a while, and me, her, and Nathan went and saw, and Quentin went and saw Ant-Man and Jurassic World 2.
Nick is right. Batman is a player. There was something else I was going to ask you about movies. Fuck. I can't remember what it was.
Jurassic Park gave me anxiety for the rest of
No,
my
but
life.
he's right though. Batman's a player. But Batman's like purposely a player. You know what I mean? Like he does it all about the persona. Which I don't know. Hold on.
Otto, exactly that. I will do
What did
that.
Otto say?
I can see Charlie snapping on someone sending a text.
Yeah, he's done that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Creighton, this bitch, tries to watch Game of Thrones without watching it.
I mean, some parts are just so boring. Like, you know.
Well, that's just, yeah. I've given up on Creighton in terms of cinematic stuff. Like, I don't care if he watches things anymore because he doesn't get anything out of them. He wants to watch comic book movies. He wants to watch action-packed shit. He's not going to watch anything that has, like, a real heavy dialogue,
That's not
like,
true.
story without just
That's
looking at his
not
phone and not
true.
paying attention to
I
it.
watched Joker.
Yeah.
That was like an action-packed, balls to the wall. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, but we were in the theater.
Yeah, I don't do that in the theater because that's rude.
Yeah, it's not
When
rude
I'm
for a friend who's
chilling-
spending 70
When
hours of his
I'm
life.
chilling with you.
For 70 hours of my life, I wanted to show you Game of Thrones. And I don't, I'm not like a big talker. If I talk during an episode, I pause it at a moment. I wait for a thing to be over and pause it and say, okay, do you want to have any questions? I know that was heavy. There was a lot of shit happening. And you're on your phone, you fucking idiot. And I'll discuss things. But Creighton, this guy, just wants to
I
go on his
got the
phone.
gist of it, pretty much. Look,
If I pop quiz Creighton on Game of Thrones,
I would lose
You would
because
lose.
there was fucking a billion characters and I don't remember any of their names.
exactly. I can tell you guys, a lot of people.
I remember the redheaded chick that John was in love with. I liked her. She
What
was
was her
really cool. Ygritte.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I
good.
liked her.
You got that. She was around for 4 seasons.
Was she?
Yeah.
Jesus. I was sad about what happened to her.
Creighton, the girlfriend pretending to like sports. Exactly. He just wants to be next to you.
No.
Not to watch the movie.
Jesus.
I agree. He's in love.
Look, so.
Okay, I'm going to sleep. Peace.
But
Hello,
you do
Sam.
the
I hope
same
you
thing
enjoyed.
with Rebels. You'll be on your phone during Rebels, and that's like
Rebels is not a show that you need to watch every frame. And I've rewatched episodes of Rebels when you're not here.
I feel like you're being
Rebels is a
hypocrite.
very fun show. It is a very good show.
We
And
need
there's
to
a lot
watch
going
new
on.
episodes.
What?
We need to watch episodes because
I
we're like
understand.
really far behind.
It's not. No, we're not. It's done. It's,
I know, but
we're exactly
we're in
as
the
far
last
behind as we
season.
were when we finished.
We're in the
watching.
last season, and that's when they really get into the Mandalorian stuff.
We just want to be.
You know what I noticed about they
they
really got into Mandalorian stuff in the last season of Rebels, and they're really getting into Mandalorian stuff in the last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah, they're setting up more Mandalorian. Mandalorian's about to be a very long running show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They're already like secretly working on season 3. Apparently it got hidden renewed. Like so, it was like auto renewed for season 2 a while back. But apparently they were like, this show's going to do good. We're gonna go ahead and
Well,
renew it
season
for
2
multiple
sucks,
seasons. It's not going to.
What if it does? Though?
You guys are so gay. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Teen Titans Go is trash. Yes.
I heard the movie was good.
To be honest, I hate watching movies with people who spend more time on their phone than watching the movie. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like try and watch like things that I seriously want to watch with Creighton. I just try and watch fun shit, like entertaining shit. Like
I want to watch
like-
Her.
you should watch Her.
Is it still on Netflix?
I think so.
Every time I think
I
about
will.
it, I never really have time to watch it. You know what I mean?
It's a good movie. It's a very it's a dense one. It's
You know-
definitely one you can't be on your phone for.
You know what I think about though? Like I think
Load.
I'm only on my phone like whenever I'm with you. When I'm like by myself, like I get sucked into it.
I doubt that.
No, it's true. Well, how
I
would you
think
know?
that's just-
You're not with me then.
I'm not saying I know. I'm saying I doubt it.
Well, then you don't know, do you?
I didn't say I know.
I don't know. You feel like you're acting like you know. And I find it offensive.
Her is still on Netflix.
Is it good?
It's fantastic.
What's
Titties?
its
Titties.
rating on
Titties.
Netflix?
I don't know. I already exited.
Why
I'm
did
not
you
gonna
exit?
Guess. It won.
Go back.
It won Oscars. It's good. I
Are we
like
sure?
it. It's a
I've
great
watched
story.
movies that won Oscars before and not like them.
Well, there's a difference between you not liking it and it being good, Creighton.
I don't know. I mean, but like, what's good to me?
Anything that will make Disney good money will almost always be continued. Exactly.
Why not National Treasure? National
Except
Treasure.
the National Treasure series, tragically.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, the second one was
what
pretty
do you
good.
mean except the National...
Well, they only made 2.
Well, they didn't make... They were very, like, critically flopped. People didn't...
Did they?
Yeah, they weren't very
They were,
good movies.
they were good movies, though. They were good.
They were entertaining movies to us as kids.
still-
But to
they
critics,
still
they were
hold
very
up.
dumb movies.
They still hold up. I mean, look, you can't tell me National Treasure is dumber than, like, fucking Revenge of the Fallen. That movie makes no goddamn sense.
Well, National Treasure tries to base itself in reality. Transformers
Revenge
is
of the
very-
Fallen doesn't?
It's about Transformers.
But it's a realistic take on
It's
them.
got a very...
Or
no,
a realistic take on them.
Look, you can ground something and have it semi-realistic like Transformers is, and it come off as very fun and cool and like, oh, that's how it would happen. But also, hey, this doesn't fucking
But there's
happen.
a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
It's like Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is fun and cool and obviously a little ridiculous. It's like Uncharted. The Uncharted games. They're awesome.
Wait, are you saying Transformers is like that, or are you saying National Treasure is
I'm
like
saying National Treasure. No. Yes. National Treasure. National Treasure is like Uncharted. Only Uncharted is a little more ridiculous. Uncharted, you have these video games where it's like an Indiana Jones type character, but in a more modern day setting, who goes out and finds lost fucking cities and civilizations. Things that you would see on a map. Like things that it's like, wait, there's no way this doesn't exist out in the world
And how's
somewhere.
that not on the same level as Transformers? I mean, granted, it's
You're talking about fucking aliens, Creighton. You're talking about aliens and
there was aliens in one of the Indiana Jones movies.
yes, and they're fake. It's not trying to base itself in reality. They're not trying to say this could be real.
But you were trying to compare Indiana Jones to National Treasure.
Yes, I'm saying that's why they're the same in that way. But National Treasure tried a little too hard to make their thing like more real than it is. Like they tried to base it in reality.
Are you
the
saying
real way.
they went too far into real when they should have
went
walked
too
the
far-
fine line between real and
Exactly.
Like,
If anything, they should have
okay, I
made it
get
a
what you're
little more
saying now.
wacky. If they made it a little more Indiana Jonesy, it would have been cool. They tried to, especially in the first one.
The first one's really
The
good.
first one's really good. The first one's the better one to me.
The
but-
second one I like too.
I like the jokes. It was a lot funnier, the second one, but it was also a little more like...
I mean, at some point they're
They-
on a
they got a
giant
little too
platform
campy.
that's like fucking like rotating and shit. You know what I mean? Like, how's that any different than having like fucking giant planet where giant robots live? You know what I mean?
Good night, Tim. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. Creighton, we're getting a weird line where we're we're connecting movies that are treasure hunt movies and alien movies. Like
That's what
not-
people come here. That's
No.
the content they see.
Uh,
But like, look,
well,
hear
here's
me
the
out.
thing. All your arguments, every argument you have, you contradict, and it never makes sense.
Well, how am I contradicting myself in this one? Because
But you're trying to say, how can you sit here and not compare Transformers to National Treasure?
Well, you said something that like made me like, it didn't make me mad, but I was like, well, how can you like really like this thing? If
I'm
this
not
thing-
saying like. Look, I like all those movies. I am saying, all that this stemmed from was me saying that critics didn't like the movie. I'm not the critics. I'm simply saying what they thought. I'm saying that movie was not
Well,
well
I wanna
received, and that's
attack
why.
you.
That's why there's not a third one.
I want to attack you like you're the critics.
I'm gonna catch them with chat. They've been saying a lot of shit. Dilton, I just got here and
I
have
hate
heard 3 different movies and 1 video game franchise, and Mans is confused. Yes, he always is. Is he not always confused? Tim, again, I love you. Good night. I don't think that's legal. Where even are you? Wait, what? What's happening? I just got here. Fuck Spotted Cow. Send it. What is happening? I'm so confused about everything happening.
You know what I just
There's
realized too?
supposed to be a third about the Fountain of Youth, and it didn't happen. I heard that.
They
That was on a
did. They
video.
did foreshadow that one.
Can
I
we-
think it's because Pirates of the Caribbean did Fountain of Youth. and it would have been like too
It
like
wasn't good though.
no, but it would have been like too like on the nose for like the same franchise to be doing like the same.
way earlier. It would have happened way before that movie came out. Cause
Are we sure?
I'm pretty
'Cause,
sure
like
National Treasure
the
2
last
was
one
like,
came out in 2008.
something like that, and
And they had just foreshadowed
The
the
fuck was
previous
that?
year that Pirates of the Caribbean was going to do Fountain of Youth because that World's End came out in 2007. So they were like right on the cusp of one another.
was it? At World's End was the third one, right?
Yeah, and it came out in 2007.
When was the fourth one?
The fourth one came out like way on down the line because it
Yeah, I
got
was about to
pushed
say
back.
it was way long.
The fourth one came out, I want to say in 2011 or 2010, somewhere in there. Because they did Dead Man's Chest.
National Treasure tries to make you think, hey, just maybe.
But like, look, they did so. Dead Man's Chest was 2006, and then off the back of Dead Man's Chest, because they made them back to back, I believe they kind of pulled like a Back to the Future 2 and 3, like where they made them back to one another.
Frames
So-
dropping every now and then.
So you had Dead Man's Chest in 2006, and then At World's End 2007, and then you had they foreshadowed the Fountain of Youth and like Blackbeard and stuff. But I don't think they really planned on making a fourth one. They were like, oh, this is... They left it open for somebody else to come in. And then they did the fourth one in 2010 or 2011, somewhere in there. Hold on. I'm going to look it up because I'm curious.
Shia LaBeouf.
But you
I
know
agree.
what?
I agree about
They
Shia LaBeouf.
It's really hard to find on Stranger Tides on anything because they fucking, like, obliterate it every time
It's
up
very
on
bad.
something. I liked on Stranger Tides.
I didn't like it because it cut off the whole fucking cast that we were used to.
Yeah.
It was literally
It did
just
do
Jack
that.
and his fucking first mate guy, and then David,
Gibbs.
and yeah, Gibbs, and then the other guy.
2011.
Yeah,
But yeah, they did they fucked that part up. But they have Barbossa.
I like to pretend there were only 3 Pirates movies. I agree.
The first 3 are amazing. The fifth one is like the fifth one is the worst to me. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's so...
Was that the one with the ghost ship thing?
Yeah, it
I-
looks cool. It looks fucking amazing.
It was the most expensive movie ever made.
Really? Oh.
It had the highest budget ever.
They messed up.
Yeah, they're done with those. I think that they said they're going to continue the franchise, but they're going to start, like, they're going to, like, restart it and make it with new people or something.
Oh, no.
If they do it, but I don't know. Yeah, the thing that I hate is the first 2 specifically are fucking amazing.
Mm.
The first one is amazing. The first one's the best movie of the whole franchise. They got progressively worse.
I
And-
like the second one. The
second
second one's
one's
the
good.
best one to me.
The second one's probably the most fun. The first one's the best movie.
Mm.
The first one is an unreal movie. It's so good. And Johnny Depp crushes Jack Sparrow. He was so good at Jack Sparrow. He got an Oscar nomination. He got a Best Actor nomination for that movie. I mean, it's one of the greatest movies of that era. That's what, 2003?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so. Hold on,
2003,
let me
I
check.
think. Yeah, double check that. I think 2003 is that movie. That movie is so fucking good, and holds up today. Like, it
Even
holds
the
up.
special effects.
Yeah,
hold
the
up.
special effects were fucking phenomenal for 17 years ago. And it doesn't just hold up, it's a very good standalone. It's a
Yeah.
really good, like, watch it and be done with
2003.
it. Yeah, 2003. I thought so. That's such a good movie, dude. Fucking...
The timeline's
I
weird
read
in that
something.
movie a little bit. Because, like, I was watching it the other day, and I forgot it kind of starts off, like, 10 years in the past. So, like, Elizabeth and Will are, like, fucking 18 or 19 whenever the first one's going on.
Really?
Yeah, that's how young they are. They're fucking young.
Yeah, they were playing... Much older actors were playing them, though. Which is kind of funny. Are you sure Will was 18? Because I believe Elizabeth being 18. Will was probably at least...
Well,
in his
they're both
20s.
around, like, the same age when they find each other. Because remember, they find him, like, on, like, a shipwreck. Because it was fucking blown up by the Black Pearl recently. Because Barbossa was following his medallion thing. And then they just leave it, you know? That's what I'm saying. The timeline's fucking, like, weird of that movie. If you really, like, stop and think about it.
We named the monkey Jack.
Because you know how old that would make Jack?
We named the monkey Jack.
Dude, that's the best part.
Such a good movie.
He fucking hates Jack.
He hates Jack, bro.
He's always trying to kill that fucking monkey. Because the monkey has corona.
Speaking fucking...
But, like, so, for that to have happened, that means Jack is fucking old as shit because, like, Jack would have not only have been the captain of the Black Pearl at that point, he would have already had to have it raised by Davy Jones, and already like gone to the island of Cortez, or no, have the map and stuff to go to the island of Cortez to get the gold that curses him in the first place, and then have been mutinied all within the span of like a month.
Which sounds pretty normal for Jack.
Yeah, that's
To be
fair.
fair.
And then, but like, so he originally gets the ship that is the Black Pearl when he's like 17-ish, and like they cover it kind of in Deadman Telling Their Tales or whatever the fuck they're the Revenge of Salavar or Salavar's Revenge, whatever the fuck the fifth one is they're calling it, because they flip the
seems
title
really
back
into
and
that
forth.
movie. Yes, he does.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, I sat down like I used to love those movies. So
Good
by the
movies.
time the events of Curse of the Black Pearl get caught up to like what would be the present day for that movie, Jack would have to be like 40 something, and then like there's like 2 more movies. And he's like an old ass man by the time like Salavar's Revenge comes around. That's like part of the why that movie kind of sucks, is like they really lean into him just being like a drunk old man and like not really having like his wits about him. Which I
Pirates
hate.
Keira Knightley was the best Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I like her in a few other things a little more. But
What do you like her?
I like her in a movie called Begin Again.
Beginning.
She plays a like pop star,
Mhm.
but like not a pop star.
Is
Her
she like an up and coming pop star?
kind of her boyfriend in the movie is Adam Levine,
Mhm.
and he becomes a pop star in the movie and kind of like lets the fame get to him and kind of falls away from the like music, because they were both like super into the music of it all, like making real good music, and the music in the movie, like his music slowly deteriorates and turns into like pop star music instead of staying good music. And she decides to write an album, and Mark Ruffalo plays this like out of commission like genius producer who he produces like the best music ever. CeeLo Green plays like one of his people that he produced a long time ago and was like a legend for producing along with other people. And it's like for the people in the movie, like Adam Levine and CeeLo Green and all these guys, one, Adam Levine crushes it as an actor. Really good role. Like, actually kills it. He has a very unbelievable emotional scene where it's like, what? Adam Levine? You can do that? And then Keira Knightley crushes it. And she can really... It's her singing for real. She's fucking amazing at singing. Mark Ruffalo crushes it as always. He's Mark Ruffalo. And then a few other people are in it, and they're awesome. James Corden's in it. He's really good. The whole movie's phenomenal. It's such a good, like, really good, like, little... I wouldn't say indie film, but I kind of feel like it was an indie film. It got a couple Oscars, like, best
It
original
had that
song.
indie film feel. to
Yeah,
it.
it definitely had the feel, but it had, like, giant people. Chris, don't get me started on that movie. I love that movie. Mark Ruffalo. Mos Def is in it, too. Yeah, Mos Def's in it. 2013, I think, out of... Was it really? Has it already been 7 years, bro?
It's been 7 years.
It's
and I
called
can still
Begin
think
Again.
of Keira
Let's
Knightley.
see.
But they brought them back.
Begin
They brought
Again.
Will and Keira
Yeah,
Knightley
2013.
back for
How old is Keira Knightley?
she's
Facebook.
40, 30. I'd say late 30s, early 40s.
Keira Knightley. Age. You said what?
Late 30s, early 40s.
35.
That's close.
Damn, she really would have been 35. We're talking 17 years. She would have been,
Would have been.
she was 17 when they made Pirates? Am I doing that math right?
No, that's not. Hold on.
Am
So,
I doing that math wrong?
how long's it been?
Or
since-
18. She would have been 18. 17 years ago?
Okay, so she was right on par for like.
She was 18.
She was right on par for like. The
She was
movie.
killing it at 18,
Yeah.
bro. Damn, she was good at acting. Bro, she was such a good actress.
When she was the Pirate King, that was so cool.
She's 5'7".
You
She's
know-
short.
You know what else though? Like, so they brought her and what's his
James
name?
Wrighton.
Who
are
plays
you, you
Will?
lucky bastard?
Orlando something, right? Orlando Bloom.
What?
What?
Her husband's like a YouTuber.
What?
His name's James Wrighton. Who the fuck are you, James Wrighton? Hold on. He's 36. James Nicholas Wrighton is an English musician as well. As well as singing, he was the keyboard player of the London-based new rave band Klaxons, which disbanded in 2015. In March 2016, Wright announced his new project, Shock Machine, with a video directed by Sam Furman.
Legolas.
Born August 25th, 1983. United Kingdom. Movies. They have a child together.
So we might be wrong on the age, because like
Age of what?
Kira, like her being 18 when Pirates came out.
No, he just says I remember Kiara even
Well, that's
before
what
she
I'm
played in
saying,
Pirates.
like-
She was in other stuff. That wasn't her first role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
What was I
far-
gonna? Oh, I was gonna tell you they brought them both back for the new one for Salazar's Revenge.
Yeah.
Like him and her were both in it, like at the very end, and they teased a sixth one that we may or may not see.
Let's see her very first roles. She was in a movie in '93, where she would have been like 10.
Who was
Or it
she
was
in
a
that?
TV series. She was Angela in Screen One.
Let's see what she picks up.
Let's see, '95. She was in 3 things in '95. She was in The Bill, A Village Affair, and Innocent Lies. In '96, she was in The Treasure Seekers. That's the year I was born. Coming Home in '98. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
She's in episode 1?
She plays Sabe.
Oh, she's the fucking, what's her name that gets,
Padme's body double.
yes.
Okay.
That's who she is. I remember hearing something about that, yeah.
Oliver Twist, the TV miniseries in '99. The Wonderful World of Disney. She's Gwen in 2001, 2002. She's in a bunch of things. New Year's Eve, the short. Bend It Like Beckham. Thunderpants. Dr. Zhivago. New Year's Eve, Seasons of Alter, Gaijin, and then finally 2003, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and then fucking BOOM! Explodes. She's in Love Actually, King Arthur, Pride and Prejudice, Domino, Pride and Prejudice, alternate thing. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Chest, At World's End, back to back. Wow, those came out a year apart.
That's why I was telling you, they made them those back to
Atonement.
back.
Wow, I forgot she's in Atonement.
Imagine Charlie
I gotta
actually
watch
forget
Atonement.
something I told him right in the same podcast.
Silk, Robbie the Reindeer, and Close Encounters of the Herd Kind.
I like that. She's British,
There we
right?
go. Yes. Last Night, Steve, The London Boulevard, A Dangerous Method, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Great movie.
Oh, dude.
Really good
Great
movie. I
That's-
forgot how
She's
good that
in.
movie
She's
is.
she is opposite Steve Carell. In
Yeah,
that?
she's the main chick. He's great in that movie. They're
He
both great in
is.
that
They're
movie.
both fucking awesome.
She's in The Imitation Game. Bro, that movie's 6 years old already. Fuck me. She's in Collateral Beauty, which apparently sucked.
Not her fault though. She's amazing.
Yeah, not her fault. Dead Man Tell No Tales is 3 years old already?
Yeah. Came out 2017.
The Afternoon Misbehavior, Silent Night in post-production. What is Silent Night? An extended family come together for a Christmas dinner in the country.
That sounds like a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be like a horror.
Have you ever watched Black Christmas? Oh,
No.
wait, I forgot
What
you
movie
did
are we
one.
talking? Okay, is Mark the Hulk guy? Mark Ruffalo is the Hulk guy. Can I make a BTTV emote request? Which one, Danny? Orlando Bloom, bro, Legolas. Orlando something. Bro, I remember Kira even... Okay, we already read that. I'm watching Begin Again before bed tonight. Fuck it. It's a great movie. Silent Night is horror. It's a remake. Oh, there you go.
So is Black Christmas apparently.
There you go. I'm not good with horror. I probably
I
won't
know.
watch it. I'm scared.
But
I'm a
I like
bitch.
the new one. I haven't seen the whole one, so I don't have a thing to compare it to. But I like the new one. That was pretty good. But I saw it like a couple years ago.
learned is that Keira Knightley is a goddamn badass.
Yeah, I love Keira.
I love Keira
When she
Knightley.
was the Pirate King, that was like the best part of those movies to me.
She's badass in those movies.
Yeah.
Like, she really crushed it as, like, a fucking 20-year-old.
Yeah, she didn't
Like,
have to go that hard.
No, I mean, she
How
didn't.
old was Orlando Bloom when all that was going on?
Well, how old
Is
is
he now?
Orlando? He's 43. So, 17 years ago, he would have been...
Hold on. 20 something?
Yes. Good math, Creighton. Creighton, you don't use your calculator.
26.
Lost count how many times I've seen it.
Wait, so if he was 26 and she was
18.
18, that's...
8 years apart.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that weird?
I don't think so. They're actors. It's a different thing.
And it was like the 1500s, so... People were getting married at like 14. So.
It was 2003.
No, I'm talking about like the time
Yes,
period.
but it was
I'm talking
2003.
about like the time period.
Yes, the time period. Time period doesn't matter that much. It was 2003. That's the thing that would be weird. It would be weird if she was like 17. That would have
That
been weird.
1 year makes the difference.
A little bit nowadays.
No,
Yeah.
I know that, but I mean, like, it's crazy.
Not weird in the 1500s, sure, but it would have been a little weird.
No, but like, is it weird because like that's legal in some states? 17. Yes.
Sure.
So like, how would that work movie wise? Would it be all right in some states to film it in that state?
To
if she's
film it
17?
is pretty much fine because it's film. Nothing's really happening. If it was porn, it'd be pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a different thing. In movies.
So wait, how does it work with porn then? Because like, say you're like 17, you want to do porn, but you go do porn
don't.
in like a state where it's legal to be 17
You
and
don't
have
do
sex. You can't.
No.
Like
I don't
can't.
think, I
Like,
don't
it's
think
not
it's
legal, or like
I don't
you
think
just
it's
should.
legal. I think that some probably do it, but I think that it's illegal. And when it comes to porn, I'm pretty sure shit like that. The porn industry is very like.
Thank you, Flint. Flint said it's weird.
That's great,
Yeah.
and it is weird. Yeah, it's weird. That's what I'm saying. Wait, don't say it like I didn't say it was. I'm saying
No,
it's
I was
weird.
talking about the Nick said I'm not touching the subject.
Yeah, I think we should stay with.
Okay.
Pretty sure you have to be 18. Yeah, you have to be 18. You have to be 18, but like I'm sure that there have been girls who. Have
Well,
been, like,
that's
"Fuck,
why I was
what are you
asking,
doing?"
like, what's the legality of that? That's
pretty
all I'm
sure
asking.
Legally, you have to be 18 for
Okay.
porn.
Like, period. Like, there's no exceptions anywhere.
I don't know, but I'm sure. I'm
Okay.
saying Creighton is weird. Yes, I agree.
How am I weird? I'm just asking the questions.
You're weird.
I'm asking
In general-
questions.
in
Everybody's
general-
thinking.
It doesn't matter about this subject. You're just weird. That's what we're saying.
I'm asking what
Don't
everybody's
pull me into
thinking.
your shit, Creighton. Shit. I forgot what we were talking about before that.
Let's
Fucking
talk
porn.
about legality of other things.
What do you want to talk about the legality of Creighton?
Do you want to talk about weird laws that are still, like, out there? Like, you know...
Shit.
Oh.
It's Cheeks. Thank you,
Oh,
Cheeks.
thank you,
Shoot
Cheeks.
60 bits. Take off your shirts. We will, but it'll be later when this is on. Yeah, in the 70s and 80s, girls got away with fake IDs. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There was an actress, I forgot her name.
So what about,
That scared me.
did you know in, like, South Carolina, it's still legal to, like, beat your wife on the courthouse steps?
Yes. But, like, you'll still get in trouble.
Will you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
it's
you
legal
will.
right there.
You will.
Right there in the
no,
paper.
the rules are real, but there's other things that aren't legal about
They
that.
counter it?
Yes.
Like what?
Like beating someone in public. Doesn't matter if it's your wife. It's still a person. And you can still file a fucking
So like,
does that
assault
and battery charge.
But does that apply to like?
the husband. Yes.
No, but I mean, does that apply to like, parents beating their child in public, like
Yes.
spanking them?
It depends on who's charging it. If it's getting charged, who's filing it. Like shit like that usually goes depends on where you live for sure. Because there's definitely certain areas where people are like, you shouldn't hit your kid. And then other places where it's like, can I help? It's like, it's like there's definitely different places. But
Not that I'm advocating that you should like do corporal punishment or anything like that, but I just was curious about it, you know.
look, I think if done well, spanking is a very valuable tool to your kids.
It's just like it has to be done the right way.
It has to be done the right way. But I also think you can get away with good parenting without spanking. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I think that there are ways to do everything the right way. Because my dad was a great parent.
Mhm.
He didn't spank me. But my mom did. And not saying she was a bad parent. She was. But that wasn't the reason. Other things were the
Yeah.
reason that we have discussed. Not going to get into it. But I think that I know people who've been spanked and their parents are awesome
Mhm.
and they're awesome. And it's just one of those things where, sometimes you do it right, sometimes you do it wrong. Sometimes your kid hates you, sometimes, it's like you teach them the lesson the right way. Personally, I don't think you should do it. You know what I mean? I don't think you should hit your kid. I think you can, and it be like not the worst thing in the world, and you do it the right way, but I think it's probably gonna be doable without doing that.
I
Bro,
think
sometimes you have to. I mean, there you go.
I think it depends on like number one. Like,
I only got spanked very rarely, and now I'm a godless alcoholic.
I think it
Hit your
depends.
kids, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it
What'd you say?
depends on like the age of the kid, and like the kid themselves. You know what I mean? Because like you got some kids out here that are like well behaved, like on their own. You know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
just don't fucking do shit. You know?
Well, there's a difference between I don't do shit and being well behaved.
Well, you know what I mean. Like they don't purposely do stuff just to be like an ass. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I thought you meant like just squares. Like they don't.
No.
ever do anything.
You know what I mean. Like,
I was about to say I'm one of those. I'm a guy who doesn't do shit, but I'll do shit.
Yeah.
Like I just don't go out and do shit. Is the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about
Like,
like
I'm a reckless.
I'm
I'm
talking
a
about,
little
like,
crazy.
like tripping people, like kicking
Oh,
stands
like-
over,
oh,
like you know,
okay.
like you
Like,
take them out to the grocery store and
They're
they'll
not
knock
a
a
problem
display.
person.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay,
You know,
okay.
I think it depends
Hit
on
your
like,
kids, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie, 2020.
I think it just depends on like the kid, and it depends on the person raising the
Fucking
kid.
rainy weather.
What? Oh, is that why we're dropping frames?
I think so. Yeah, we have dropped 60,000 frames this podcast.
60,000. Let's
Yeah.
go for 70. Am I right, boys?
Cut your Wi-Fi off on your laptop.
Oh no, but
It's
then,
it's dropping frames bad.
but
on
how would I
stream.
watch? How would I watch
You,
podcasts?
I'll here's what I'll do. I will do the pop out. Wait, let
Give
me
me
catch my chat. I didn't get beat senseless, but I got spanked. Yeah, exactly. Same here.
Ooh, kinky.
Here, there's your chat. I'll put your chat over there, and then
It's not loading, Charlie.
give it a second, Creighton. It'll load.
Where's my chat, Charlie?
I'm afraid I can't do that. What's his name? What's his name in the thing?
Hal. Oh no, his name's Hal. Alan.
Al, I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Now my dashboard isn't loading either. What have I done?
Well, look at that. Guess it didn't work anyway, and I turned my laptop off for nothing.
Connecting to chat. Guys, if you've said anything after he said I didn't get beat senseless, I haven't read it and I won't be able to read it.
So
But I
I
still
guess
can't.
it's just you
Oh,
and me.
Maybe I can now. Try typing in chat, everybody. Let me see if it works.
Let's see if it works.
Oh, connecting to chat still. Oh, welcome to chat room.
Is Copenhagen here?
He hasn't been here tonight.
Oh,
We started a little late for Copenhagen
Yeah.
in his old man government job. Hello. Okay. Hello is the first thing. From Otto, the hello is the first thing that I'm seeing. Where are my balls, Morty?
Yeah, Flint
Where
got
are
what
my-
I was doing.
Where are my balls, Morty? I thought you were doing Hal from 2001.
It did sound a little bit like
Yeah.
now.
It's a very similar. They're going for that trope
Yeah.
in that episode.
Where are my balls?
Yo, losers. Where are my balls? No, he says Summer. Where are my
My
balls,
balls,
Summer?
Summer.
Because he likes Morty.
He
Remember?
says, "Where are my testicles?"
Where are my testicles, Summer? Charlie broke it. No, it's storming here really bad,
Apparently, I didn't
And,
see shit.
and
Where they can't
it's been
fuck
raining
with
for a
us.
few hours already before this,
And
and I
Charlie
was
won't-
kind of worried this would happen, but you know. Oh well.
Charlie won't even check the British weather to let us to know how bad it's supposed to get.
I don't know how to check the British.
You can find out. You, have
You can
Google
find
at your
out. You fucking head ass. Use your phone. I don't want to do it. You want to do it. Jesus, I'm not your fucking internet person. So you do.
You're not
You have
my
a phone.
IT guy.
I'm not an IT guy. Just turn off the rain. Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
You're not an IT guy. Wait, so what does IT stand for? Do we know? Do you know? Apparently not. Because we know a fuck ton of IT guys. We know Mike. We know the other night. We know Matt. All of them starting with an M name. By the way.
Information technology.
Oh.
Yo, short on bread.
Hey, give me a chat.
What do you
I can't
mean?
see what's going on.
Short on bread. I mean, I've got.
Oh, I
pizza.
guess because of the storm.
Oh.
Actually, ironically, no. We didn't run out of bread at all today.
Yeah.
If anything, it was kind of slow. It's kind of a slow day. But I guess like every day is gonna be slow now compared to like how fucking crazy it's been because of the corona.
For God's sakes, they've told us aliens were a thing potentially, maybe.
And
Kind of.
nobody cares.
I like being spanked. I saw that.
See?
You don't have to say that again.
Who said that?
Flint.
Do you like being spanked or whooped?
He likes being spanked. He says a girl spanked him in the 8th grade, and now he has a kink because of it. Which
Was
I
it-
get.
Was it his teacher?
I hope so. Just for ridiculousness' sake.
Give me a chat, Charlie. I don't have a chat.
No.
Why
If I
not?
do that again, it's gonna disconnect and fuck up the whole chat.
Oh man.
You're just gonna have to go without chat for the rest of the. It's
I
not-
can't do
you
that.
you went like 5 months without a chat. You'll live.
No, but now I've grown adjusted to my adequate
Jesus
lifestyle.
Creighton. says Snipes.
Flint Snipes or Snipes?
Snipes. Oh, Flint Snipes. Flint. That Snipes doesn't talk much. You gotta chill.
I know him well.
God damn it.
What? What is it? Tell me. You look like you got something on your mind. Just let it out.
I'm trying to. We got
Let
like
it
30 minutes.
Let it spout
We're
your
at an
mouth.
hour and a half. I'm trying to think like.
What you want to
if-
talk about?
Yeah, well, there's like 2 things that I have on the notes that I kind of would
Oh,
like
yeah,
to
I
discuss
saw.
either one,
I saw.
but I don't know which one I want to discuss, and I don't know.
Let's flip a coin for it.
Nah.
Come on.
So, one of them could potentially get pretty political, and I don't like getting political.
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind. Here's what I'm gonna put it to
We've
chat.
gotten political here before.
Yes, we have, but I never like doing it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it to chat. Do you guys want to talk about dreams making us prodigies, or lazy journalism depressing people?
I want to talk about lazy journalism.
I know you do, because it's the thing that'll be political, and you just
No,
want to be
no,
political.
no, no. That's not the thing. That's not
You might
why.
need to cut it early. Why? I don't want to cut it early.
Flint's ready for us to go.
Oh, honestly, the stream keeps buffering. Yeah, I don't want, and either of these things, if I talk about, I want to talk about. I don't want it to buffer.
Well, do you just want to wait? Look, and I wasn't picking that one.
I don't care. Have you seen Boondock Saints?
No. But wait, before
Sorry, go
you
ahead.
go on
Saw
with
it today
that,
for the first time.
so like I wasn't picking that because of the political thing. I was picking that because like I really like I read it earlier and I had some thoughts I wanted to give
I
towards
got
that.
you.
Yeah,
I kind of am with Snipes though, because apparently
it's really bad.
Lisa was saying we were buffering bad earlier too, so like we've been buffering the whole stream.
Oh, you guys don't want to watch us buffer? We're basically the
Well,
buffer.
if we
stream.
buffer, like it's not like you and me where we can continue the
No, I
this
know,
conversation.
I know.
With them, if it buffers, they don't get to see
Yeah.
hear what happened. Play rock paper scissors. Creighton wins. You go political. Listen,
That's the contest of champions right there. I
we
bet I
can
can
talk
beat
about
you.
both things tomorrow.
I bet I can beat you.
I bet you can.
Can we play rock paper scissors real quick? Not for that, just to play.
Hand in front of camera.
Okay.
Okay, so rock paper scissors shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Wait, rock paper scissors or rock paper scissors
Right.
lizard Spock?
Rock,
Normal rock, paper,
yeah,
scissors.
rock, paper.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, there you go. You won.
Yeah.
2 out of wait. So that was 2. We gotta do a third.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck. Okay, he won. That's my favorite movie, Charlie. I have one of the tattoos. Oh shit.
What is it?
It's been fine for me. It's been fine for you.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints.
I feel like I've
Great
seen
movie.
it, but like I don't really like. If you tell me a little, it's got Matt Damon in it,
No.
right? No.
If you'd seen it, you'd know. It's one of those. It's definitely one of those movies.
Is it a gangster movie? Because I feel like I've heard of it.
Kind of.
What's it about?
It's about 2 Irish guys who get attacked by Russian mob people, and they kill them. And they basically become vigilante, like, syndicate killers. They
That's
kill,
like the
they kill
same
evil
guys
people.
who made
We hate bad
what's
weather
the
around here.
vampire movie called with like George Clooney in it? From Dusk Till Dawn.
I
Is
haven't
that the
seen
same guys, right? Or no?
I don't know. Norman Reedus is one of the main people. Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
I wanted to watch part 2. I haven't watched it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it in the coming week or so. I'm probably gonna watch the first one again first. We got a flash flood warning where I'd be.
Who said that?
Nick did.
Yeah, well, he lives in Rock Hill, so
We probably have a
Rock Hill's
flash-
like kind of like in a low sitting area, so they flood a lot.
We're in the low sitting area of this neighborhood. We're like
yeah,
we're
but
in
like,
the hole.
I feel like our low sitting area here isn't as low as Rock Hill because Rock Hill fucking.
Well, this basement
floods.
floods if it rains too hard.
Yeah.
Like where I like this wall, like the reason this wall's all cracked up all over the place is because it got weak because of water, and like it just got, you could literally push it with your foot and it like crinkled and went away, like because the wall is not holding up the wall. That's just the drywall. The like supporting concrete pillars around are holding it up. But like all over the room, like if you look at like the normal shitty wall, there's like a bunch of shitty, like the big hole back there. Two Irish brothers get God's touch and kill everyone. There you go. Norman Reedus is dope in Death Stranding. I haven't played it, but I've heard. I thought you were talking about the Boondocks.
Oh, I love the Boondocks.
It's a badass movie. It is a badass movie. It's really good. It's like legit a really awesome.
Is
fun
it as
movie.
good as Gangster Squad?
I didn't watch Gangster Squad.
It was really good.
I heard it was. It was one of those ones where I watched like the trailers and was like, I don't feel like I'll like it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
It
felt
seemed
like a
right
weird
up your alley as far as like. Mob
It was a movie.
No, like mob movies. You seem like you really like mob movies a lot.
I don't like all mob. Some of them I don't like. No, I like some. I like the really well done mob movies, but there's some mob movies that are dumb though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna call.
Did you ever watch Lawless? That's the one with Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy and
Oh, where they're like out in the country.
yes.
I didn't watch it. I heard it was awesome.
It is awesome.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie. It does seem like
They
it would be
became
a movie.
really good friends on
Who?
that.
Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Well, they're brothers in the movie.
yeah.
It's based on true events. It's got Gary Olson, not Olson. What's the Gary Goldman?
Gary
What?
Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. Yeah,
From Dark Knight and all that. Yeah. Gary
he's a
Goldman.
mobster in it.
Gary Goldman.
I was like trying to figure it out.
Gary Goldman's a comedian.
Yeah. Oh,
very,
really?
Very weird, very funny comedian. That's the movie Shia pulled his tooth out for. Yep.
He pulled his tooth out for that movie.
I don't know if he pulled it out for it or just in it, like as a scene, but I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled his tooth out for the movie.
Or is that a
Knowing
metaphor?
him, he's crazy. He
Or is
probably
that
had
a
to get a
metaphor?
tooth taken out anyway. Was like, fuck it, let's do it. What'd you say?
Or is that a metaphor?
Let's figure it out. Did Shia LaBeouf
The beef.
pull his tooth out? Cut his own face, stop the cast. Got a tooth pulled. Let's see. I had my whiskey in Ireland, I came back. This is a lot to read, and I'm not gonna finish reading it. Actual cannibal, eating all the bodies. Eating all the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh, it's the greatest. Mike had never seen it, and I showed him the other day.
Who?
Oh my god.
Mike's
Mike.
Anderson?
Yeah,
Oh.
Mike, like, remember? Oh, it's so good. Stop talking in Sims. You're right, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled his own tooth out. I didn't get a definitive answer, but it was a long article, and I'm not reading all the paragraphs. I read 2 whole paragraphs. It was too much to read.
That Tom Hardy. That's actually how I knew Tom Hardy before, like Batman, or before Dark Knight Rises.
Was Lawless after Dark Knight Rises?
It was before.
I mean, before what?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure. I'm not 100% though. 2009-ish.
2012.
Okay, so it was right around the same time.
Yeah, same time. Hold on. What year? August 29th, 2012.
And Dark Knight was
Dark Knight Rises.
December.
Dark Knight Rises
November.
release date. It was July, so before. A month
Okay.
before.
Okay. Well, somehow, like,
Normal Tuesday night for Shia. Charlie and Creighton, who were your childhood crushes?
an actual person or a celebrity?
Celebrities.
Oh.
Childhood.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, there's real ones too, but like I think what he means is childhood, like as in terms of movie stuff. Lawless, it's a good movie. It wasn't too crazy about it. Childhood crushes.
Wonder Woman.
Which one?
The one from Justice League. She was animated, but like that still counts. I never had
I
like
think
a.
he means real people. Yeah.
Well, I never
head-ass.
had like a celebrity crush really until like, God, I was like in my teens. Even then, it wasn't like a full-on crush. It's like I knew like they were just weird people that were all the way out there in movies and shit, so they would never be possible.
I'm trying to think of non-animated movies that I liked that I would have liked somebody from that I just can't
Right,
picture right.
right. You didn't watch a lot of non-animated shit when you were that age.
No, I definitely did, but like it was all shit where it would have been like kid stuff, like little kids, like fucking Home Alone. Like I wouldn't have had a childhood crush on any of the characters in Home Alone. Like the girls in it were fucking little kids, like not like fucking.
Maybe.
There's no DJ from Full House. Definitely DJ from Full. I had a giant crush on DJ from Full House.
Maybe.
I was in love with her. I remember that one for sure.
Maybe. What's her name that was in Dukes of Hazzard?
I didn't watch Dukes. I didn't like Dukes. Like I watched.
But I'm
it,
not
I
talking
didn't
about
like it.
the actual show. I'm talking about the movie they made with.
Selena Gomez in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, she was a good
Huge
one.
crush on her.
Huge crush on her.
Not really huge, but like I liked her a lot. DJ was. I
I
really
liked
liked
Lily.
DJ a lot.
I like Lily from Hannah Montana.
Lily was cool. Oh, Mose from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Yeah.
Bro.
That was a good one.
Never mind. That's her. I was in love with her. She was. So, out of the ones I'm immediately remembering, like, as these are popping up, her for sure. Sam from iCarly was a big one.
Sam, yeah, that was a good one. What's her name? Tori from Victorious.
Not really. Not for me. Josh's
Apparently-
girlfriend from Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah,
I loved her.
Apparently, Victorious was Chris's sexual awakening.
Jesus.
That's
Which
how
Chris?
people-
Our friend Chris?
Chris,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, Black Jesus
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh, there it went. What's her name from Victorious? What's her name? The main chick? I didn't
Jade?
like her in Victorious. I liked her in Zoe 101.
Oh,
Her in Zoe 101 was... I liked her a lot in that.
really?
Yeah, she was awesome. I love Zoe 101. Oh, the sister on Flight 29 Down. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
What was that channel? It was Disney something.
Disney XD?
Emma Watson was I think so. Flight 29 Down was like a 30 episode, like one season show about a group of teenagers who crashed on an island on
It
a
was like
plane
Lost?
and survived. Yeah, but it was like it was really good. It's like PG, but it was like good too. It was like kind of realistic in a way. Like they filmed it very like this is how it would actually kind of like legit happen.
Did
But
anybody die?
also adding some levity. No one died, but people got hurt. It's really good. The chick, there's a brother and sister on it, and I like the sister a lot. The sister was pretty dope. Emma, not Hannah. Emma Watson was my crush growing. Oh yeah, Emma Watson. Bro, I loved Emma Watson. I loved Emma Watson. I loved Emma Stone in Easy A.
All the Emmas.
A lot of the Emmas were hot, bro. A lot of the Emmas were awesome. Emma Stone, I still have a giant crush on Emma Stone. Bro, there's a YouTube video. I'm not gonna, like, play it, but I'll show the video so that you guys can see it real quick. I hope that pulls it up. Yeah, okay. Evie, are
She's
you
doing that
good?
thing again.
She keeps eating those fucking beetles, and like she's been coughing ever since she started doing it. Wait, is this gonna? Okay, yeah. So, the title is. This is the title. It's Two Strangers at a Wedding Reception Make an Unexpected Connection. It's by Amuleto. This YouTube channel has a lot of short story like videos, and they're really good. This chick, the whole video is these two talking, and it's really good. This chick is Emma Stone. This is her. Like, it's literally her. Her voice, everything, it's ridiculous. Like,
Wait, it looks just like her? Or?
looks like her, talks like her. Like, she doesn't look identical, but she sounds... Here, you know what? I'll play, like, a little bit of the dialogue.
Right?
Yeah. You are a very good liar, Paul.
Thank you.
Like, tell me that is not...
I don't really hear it.
If you watch the whole thing, it feels a lot like her in
What?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Spider-Man? Oh.
No, have you seen that with Office? What's it? Michael? What's his name? Fuck.
Steve Carell?
Steve Carell.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, Creighton. That is it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, not even like top 10 movies of all time to me list. Not like best movies, but my favorite movies. It's the greatest. It's like so good. It is such a funny. It's a really funny movie, but it's like a really good movie too. All right, Charlie. This is weird. I'm kind of tired, so I'm leaving early.
Who said
okay.
that?
Flight did. Is it weird that you're tired, or is the conversation weird? What's weird? I'm confused by what's weird. Anyway,
We're weird.
I am weird. We are weird. I do think we should wrap it though, because now it's buffering over here. It's
Okay.
green right there, but it's been red and going back and forth. And we're now at 73,000 frames dropped throughout the podcast. It's weird. I'm leaving early. Oh yeah, no, that is. Well, we started late. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah. Let's wrap it.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it. But in conclusion,
UFOs are real, or
Probably.
aliens are real.
aliens or UFOs have been
Wormholes are
definitely
portals
no.
to
Those are
other
real.
places.
Those are definitely real.
No, I know
wormholes
that.
are
I
real.
wasn't gonna say that. You know, it's storming really bad. I hear the rain now. It's really starting to pick up.
Oh damn! I need to shut my garage when you leave.
Might
it'll,
flood.
It'll come in through there. No, usually if it floods, it'll come from back. But anyway, listen, I love all of you, and even though it's been pretty low note. We started late, and the connection's been bad. There's not a bajillion people in here, but we're gonna hit
We're
somebody
gonna
up,
somebody.
raid somebody.
You know what though?
See what's
Like,
going. What's up?
it's been low like the past couple of times.
Well, again, the last two we've started
yeah,
late,
we're really late.
and we've been starting them later than usual.
We'll get back in there somewhere, or we'll just won't, and we'll just continuously lose viewers and just fade back into obscurity.
Okay, guys, look, it's my boy Derek's birthday, so we are going to. Oh wait.
Oh wait, what?
Oh wait. Okay, no. Never mind. It's not really. They're watch partying something. So, shit.
Oh, he's
Focus.
watching it. Dilton's watching it. Look.
What? What's he watching?
Begin Again.
Oh yeah.
He sent me a picture.
It's a great movie. Jennifer Connelly is the most beautiful woman alive. I would give anything to have a threesome with Jennifer Connelly and Phoebe Cates in their primes. Love y'all. Love you too, cheeks. Hold on, let me find somebody
what's
better.
her name? Fucking Marilyn Monroe.
Nah, bro, what?
Why not? You don't like Marilyn Monroe?
She was a whore. Instead, we will raid
Apparently,
Sensei. And Copenhagen's not here for me to raid a lady.
wow.
Which is funny. Let me go over here with that so I can do raid.
Do raid. Command raid.
Sensei Swisham. Sensei Swisham. There you go. We do love Derek, but he is doing a watch party, and I don't want to interrupt his watch party with a raid because he's watching something. So listen, guys, I love all of you. Have a great night. Sorry it was buffering. Hopefully it won't rain so bad tomorrow. You guys have a good night.
And you can recatch
give
us on
Swishy.
YouTube and uninterrupted too.
That's true. Give Swisham some love. She's pretty cool, and she's good at Call of Duty. So goodbye. Goodbye, YouTube.